What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Not for Debate. It is Saturday evening. We're all sitting in the house. You
As
see Shake.
usual.
Yep, you see Shake. You see Havoc. What's going on?
Oh man, how's it going, man? It's another Saturday night at the house.
It's another beautiful
Hey,
day in
until
Zamunda.
until further notice. But hey, I can't complain. Well, I've been playing Cyberpunk, so I got a lot to complain about. But that's for another day. That's for another day.
Well, let me ask you how you like it so far because I've sat down and I've watched probably like 20 minutes, the first 20 minutes of the game, just to see where I can see Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, I mean it is an interesting concept. I don't know if they got the execution part down. And this is after I installed a game which was over 40 gigs, and then I
Oh,
and then I installed the patch. The day one patch which was another 17 gigs. So I actually didn't play the game much the first 2 days I had it, and I just started playing it right now. And it's at the very least it's not as buggy as people said it was earlier, but we'll see, man. We'll see.
Well, I'm
To
a
be determined.
I
The
was gonna
grade.
I was gonna say it kind of reminded me when I first saw the trailer. It reminded me of Bulletstorm back in the day. Remember Bulletstorm?
I remember Bulletstorm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like it looked a little bit too much like that. I was like, do I really want to spend 63.59 on something that reminded me of a game that the only reason why I bought it at the time was because you got to play the Gears of War 3 beta.
Okay. Now I remember Bulletstorm. I like Bulletstorm. I didn't love Bulletstorm, but I like Bulletstorm. Uh, yeah, man. For me, there's a game I played a couple years ago called Deus Ex. Man, what humankind? Deus Ex something. It was all about like a dystopian future and
Hmm.
and outlaws and all type of stuff like that. That's what the game reminded me of, and I like Deus Ex a lot. So yeah, man.
Deus Ex. Which one was Deus Ex?
Deus Ex, the last one that came out for PS4 was called Mankind Divided. Deus Ex Mankind Divided was the last one that came out for PS4. It was like in the future and everyone is cybernetic, everyone's got cyber implants, stuff like that's going on. There's private companies taking over like the society from the police. They're more powerful than the police, like it's crazy.
Oh, okay. Real quick, Jay Hearn and Quint, appreciate you guys coming through. Jay Hearn, I left my email address in the comment section, like probably like 2 seconds after we ended Wednesday's stream.
Mhm.
So I was unable to get your information for Banks to be able to email you or mail you your $25 Amazon gift card. So go ahead and just email my email address, and I will try to get that information to Banks ASAP.
What's good, fellas? Appreciate you coming through.
Oh, did I say? Did I see? I don't think I said hi to Quint. What's up, Quint? Um, the
hey,
DSX.
what's up?
Deus Ex, yeah. Uh, yeah, man. It this Cyberpunk 2077 gave me that vibe. So it's still early. I mean,
Mhm.
look, the game's paid for. It's getting played.
Right.
Like it's getting played. I'm just trying to enjoy it as much as I can. There's a reason why I don't play Madden anymore. I don't want to be frustrated all day.
I'm way past that at this point. Way past it.
Yeah, man, that's not a good relationship I had with Madden. I had to let that go.
Shake, are we still mobile or
Yeah, I'm almost there. I'm about a good 10 minutes away at least.
okay? So
Almost.
before we continue though, did you want to go ahead and tell the folks what the today's top five is?
I like to when I get in person, I'll tell you what it is. But I have a teaser. You hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Next week's top five is going to hinge on Wednesday's verses. All right. I got a good verses battle going on for this Wednesday. I'm going to announce right before we leave the podcast. Next week's top five is going to hinge on that on the people's decision next week. All right.
Okay.
Okay, you're going to have to clarify that up for me when you.
Yeah, me too. But I'll roll with it.
Oh, what I'm trying to say is, all right, you know how the people vote, the people vote for something, right?
Yeah.
And the winner, we're gonna do the top five on the winner.
All right.
Okay.
I'm rolling either way.
All right. So I'm gonna let you know what the verse is right before we get off stream. So
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah, we can most definitely do that. But Havoc, did you want to go ahead and share what you shared about the NBA before we went live? About
Yeah, man.
roster spot.
So usually active roster in the NBA is 13 spots. You're going to give them 15 spots this season. So, look, and it's one of those situations, especially the NBA. Think about it. One dude gets it. They all got it. So, I see why. I mean, they did it in the NFL. They gave them some extra spots. Some flex spots.
Right.
So, they're doing the same thing with the NBA, giving them some flex spots right now.
I was thinking, considering the fact that we have a huge spike in America for COVID-19 cases, why did the NBA decide to go back to what the normal regulation was by just playing in their actual stadium instead of going back to playing in the bubble?
Well, I think the majority of the league is playing in empty stadiums.
Mm-hmm.
So that's probably like the way they're mitigating it is basically just going to be like a traveling pickup squad playing from empty gym to empty gym. You know what I'm saying? Like back in the day they had that movie called The Bingo Long Traveling All-Stars with Billy D. Williams and James Earl Jones. The same thing. Just a bunch of dudes traveling from gym to gym playing ball. Ain't gonna be no fans. It's gonna be a couple cameras. And that's it, man.
Did you happen to catch the Portland game? Was it last night or 2 nights ago? I can't remember.
I watched a little bit of the Detroit. Who were they playing? Detroit Knicks game, and that was an awful game. I wish I didn't watch that game. So I've been watching a little preseason so far, but these teams, man, the regular season starts in like 10 days, something like that.
Right.
So they ain't playing like usually you want to see summer league, you want to see what the rookies got, see what the bottom of the bench dudes could do. But this year, man, they got a week of preseason and they getting right to the business. They getting this regular season off before Christmas starts. So, hey, man.
Mm-hmm. I was going to say the summer league is starting to be a little bit bigger, almost as big as the actual NBA, as far as during the summertime when we actually see the summer league players go at it.
Yeah, man. The summer league be entertaining too.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like the first place you actually see the rookies like ball at is the summer league. So, and there's some dudes that got some legendary summer league runs. LeBron James had a legendary summer league run. Trae Young, he was ice cold, and for like the first 2 games of summer league, then came out just tearing it up. So I love this. I love watching the summer league. As someone that like is into like the draft and stuff like that, I love watching summer league.
Yeah, I think Lonzo, he had a nice summer league.
It's always fun to watch.
Oh yeah,
he was a summer league MVP.
Yep, new summer league MVP.
Yeah, there you go. The summer league MVP has not necessarily been the greatest thing in the world to win.
Nope.
But
it's a good way to start off your career.
Last year, right?
Tyler Hero won the summer league MVP. No, last year it was Brandon Clark.
Okay.
Brandon Clark won the summer league MVP last year for the Grizzlies.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. Who's that?
Hey, I'm going to be back in 2 minutes. All right.
All right.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and give Shake his 2 minutes.
Give everybody an opportunity to find out who Brandon Clark is.
Yeah, he's a power forward or small forward, one of the two.
Um, he's a wing. He's a wing.
Yeah.
He's playing behind what's his name, Jaren Jackson Jr.
Mm-hmm.
Triple J. Yeah, man, I'm looking forward to this season though, and I don't want the Miami Heat to trade for James Harden. I will absolutely go on the record and say that they talking about trading half the team for James Harden. Y'all should leave that alone.
Hey, I'd be good with the Milwaukee Bucks trading for James Harden. Giannis for James Harden, straight up trade. I'll take
That
it.
is bro. I mean, look, James Harden is a great player, but he's also like one of. Here's the thing. When James Harden plays ball, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like back in the day in Oklahoma City, when he was coming off the bench, like he had his role. His role, he was basically a big point guard
Yep.
for Oklahoma City, and now he's just like dribbling the air out the ball all day long. Like just like how many times are you gonna watch him just dribble the ball between his legs for half the shot clock just to do a step back three? Like that's not an offense. That's not a real offense.
It drives me nuts.
I don't want to watch that all season long.
Yeah, and I know this is gonna sound harsh, but I feel like James Harden kind of changed the game of basketball in a very, very bad way. Because like now all I see in 2K, like in the park, in the rec, all these guys that just want to sit back and just dribble the whole time and don't even pass the ball. They just want to do their whole little James Harden little thing. And I even see it on the blacktop, even though it's been a while since I've been on the blacktop since we've been in COVID-19. But they just have this James Harden style of play that, to be honest with you, really drives me nuts.
Yeah, and like it's not gonna be successful in the postseason. Like James Harden. First of all, let's not even get into James Harden's record. When I know it's not good to say that dudes don't exactly show up, but when it comes to the postseason, James Harden hasn't done a lot of showing up in his career, to be quite frank about it. Like I've seen him in game sixes, game sevens that he was favored to win, like literally have the worst games of his career in these crucial games during the playoffs. There's that one time, what are you going like one for like that game, the Houston Rockets, they threw up like 33 pointers and made like 4 of them. Like,
that Golden State game.
It's like I'm watching this like this is atrocious.
Right. At what point in time were they going to give up and stop shooting threes? Like they were shooting their way out of that game.
It's just like, at what point are you gonna just run regular offense? Like y'all just can't do step back threes all day. And that's the problem I have with James Harden is you could try and run an offense, but when James Harden's got the ball at the top of the key, he's doing this to everybody, waving everybody off.
Yeah.
What you gonna tell him? Nah, man, move the ball around. Move the ball. Like James Harden ain't gonna listen to you.
That's true. That's why I don't want to see my boy John Wall play with him. Get him out of Houston. Just get him out of Houston, and give us Giannis. If you get Giannis, I'll be a Rockets fan. I'll show up next week with a Giannis Antetokounmpo Rockets jersey.
I want Giannis on the Heat. It's a wrap for the Eastern Conference if Giannis goes. The Heat already made the finals last season. So you add him to that team. And I still think the Heat could have done something if they best players didn't get hurt, but another story for another day.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think they probably it was like one superstar away from winning the finals.
I feel like if they were healthy, they might have won another game. I understand
another game. Yes, another game. I agree with you on that. Another game.
Yeah.
But as far as taking it all against the Lakers, no,
I can't call that. I can't call that. I can't call that, man. That's a tall task at full strength. With injuries, it's impossible. But if they were fully healthy, they could have. They kept it competitive too. That whole series, they kept it except for the last game. But they were worn out. So hey, they made it there. They made it there in a year where people were just like, oh, the Heat, they're a nice team. Made it all the way to the finals.
Yep.
Give us one more piece. We ready to go.
Glad you could join us, Shake. Welcome back.
Thank you.
I'm liking the attire that you're rocking currently. Got that orange on.
That Gatorade orange.
Oh yeah.
That- That Tang orange.
Got a big game tomorrow, obviously.
Yep.
If somehow we pulled this off tomorrow, we'd be put on the map.
That's a fact, bro. Like, that's a fact. Like, man, let me tell you something, because I made my bones on the YouTube streets and the Dolphins community. And I've hit a point a few weeks ago where I'm just like, I can't deal with these Rosen truthers. I can't deal with these Tua haters, man. I can't deal with them anymore. I gotta back away from them. I gotta get on my side of the grass, because I mean, how much are you honestly expecting? Now, in terms of the Dolphins playing this week, is our defense able to, at the very least, slow down Kansas City? Like, yeah, I think our defense can slow them down. Now, can we score enough points? Because you ain't going to shut them out. You're probably not going to keep them under 20, to be quite honest. Like,
it's going to be interesting.
So, they're going to have to open things up, because this Kansas City team, man, even if you do a good job against them, they can still outscore you. Excuse me. They can still outscore you. So, I'm interested to see how it goes, man. But regardless of the Kansas City game, man, we got it. Like, we are on the right path. So I'm not too worried.
Well, since I've been in the man cave this week, what's been the vibe as far as Tua is concerned? What are the folks saying about Tua this week?
Oh my gosh. I mean, what they say every week, right? Like, they every time they talk about Tua, they want to bring up a graph of Justin Herbert, and it's like, yo, this dude throws 50 times a game and he loses all the time. Like, honestly, number one, and I'll say this also in regards to Cincinnati as well, you shouldn't have rookie quarterbacks out here throwing 50 times a game.
Nope.
Like, just from a common sense standpoint, you shouldn't have a rookie quarterback throwing that much time. You really need to have balance. And it's not like the Chargers don't have running backs. They have running backs. They just not necessarily run the right way, I would say. But what has been, what was sold to us when it came to drafting Tua? It was accuracy. It was good decision making, not turning the ball over. And I think something that people often call just intangibles, which is just all the other things surrounding him he displays. And he's displayed that since he got on the field. So, I mean, these people holding up these... It's you know what? I'm letting it go. I'm letting it go. Because you know what? Dolphins belong to all of us. It belongs to the rational Dolphins fans. It belongs to the irrational Dolphins fans. I'm going to just stay on my side and talk to my peoples and try and, spit them the real truth, but I'm not giving them cooking videos. And that's it.
All right.
All right. I want to say something real quick.
Go ahead, Shay.
And this pertains to you, Havoc. There's a story I read in the Bible about this guy who was taking these donkeys into town. And all of a sudden, the donkey just, at the bridge, he just stopped there. And he couldn't get the donkey to move for nothing. He was holding up traffic, whatever, in the bridge or whatever. And he started arguing with the donkey, going back and forth with the donkey. And the donkey was talking back to him, and he didn't realize he was whatever. So the moral of the story is, if you argue with a jackass, you become one.
Yeah.
So I don't argue with those truthers. Because at the end of the day, it's like, here's a better one. It's hard to win an argument with a smart person. Impossible with a dumbass.
That's a good point. It's not a level playing field. It's not a level playing field. Yeah, man, I'm starting to come to that realization. And also, to a certain extent, at a certain point, people are going to people. I always say this. People are going to people. People are always going to see things in the way that you don't see it. And also, you ain't going to understand how they see things in certain ways. You just got to accept that they exist and keep it moving with the way you think. Because hopefully the way you think is rooted in facts, rooted in logic, rooted in rational thought, not rooted in winless coaches and practice squad quarterbacks leading us to the promised lands.
You know what? We're going to go ahead and go into the first topic because I know exactly where this is about to go.
Hey, but can I say my top 5 real quick?
Go ahead.
What I'm going to do for my top 5. Today, being that it is tomorrow's the big game, so I've done all the things I've done. I usually do on Sundays. Yesterday, because tomorrow I'm going to be drinking either to celebrate or to hide my pain. So my top 5 is your favorite alcohol beverages. It could be a mixed drink or it could be straight up.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, I'm gonna make a drink later on. I got all the ingredients right here.
Hey, that's what's up.
Okay.
Actually, I was in a cocktail for a Black Restaurant Week. I was a judge in a virtual cocktail contest, and Maker's Mark actually gave me a bunch of spirits and all types of stuff just so I can participate in this contest. And I was just a judge. And I was like a test kitchen judge, so I was making the drinks with the people, giving them some feedback. So I like this. I think we're on brand. We're on topic right now.
That's what's up. Since Havoc, you kind of touched on the Los Angeles Chargers and Justin Herbert. Our first topic was relevant to former NFL players. Break this down to me, Shake, because I don't want to screw this up.
I was saying, players they were on the field that they were expert diagnosis. They could diagnose the plays like Ray Lewis, Emmitt Smith, Deion Sanders. Should they become either college or professional coaches to kind of open up the pipeline for more minority coaches? How come they're not becoming more involved in the coaching aspect to actually build more pipeline that way?
Well, usually the rap on superstar players is that they're not good coaches.
Mm-hmm.
The only really good basketball, I shouldn't say really good, but the only superstar level basketball player that became a good coach was Larry Bird. And that was pretty much it. And I think I understand why to a certain extent. When you're a guy, a rotational guy, even a starter in the league, technique is everything. Technique is how you make your bread, because from an athletic standpoint, you ain't no better or no worse than any other person at your position. Now, if you really want to talk about the idea of creating a pipeline and going about that process in the right way, I think from an organizational standpoint, every former player needs to be looked at as a potential coach. So teams should be looking at veteran players that are on their roster or that maybe used to play for them, and when it comes towards the end of the career, you reach out and you say, "Hey man, what are your plans for after your career, man?" Why isn't that conversation being had more with guys who, very well may be out the door, right? We know they're guys in the league, They got maybe a season or two. They need to start making plans, so there need to be some sort of a organization to that type of transition from player to position coach. That's really how you build a pipeline. Or the Brian Flores route, where he went from graduate assistant to a scout, you build up that pipeline of people who are graduate assistants at the college ranks, and you get them. You build a pipeline where they can become scouts in the NFL. Now, hopefully, you don't have to be, a scout / position coach for 20 years before you get your first head coaching opportunity like Brian Flores. But that's the whole point. Yeah, that's the whole point of the pipeline. And also from just a very basic point, don't you want the most qualified people coaching? That's what it comes down to at the end of the day. Don't you want the most qualified people, the people who played the game, coaching?
That's true.
The case makes itself.
Because what's funny? I see a lot of 4th and 5th string ex-NFL players end up getting positional jobs with teams more than anything now. Like, let's take Kellen Moore, the offensive coordinator for the Dallas Cowboys. He was like a 3rd or 4th string quarterback that literally looked terrible when I sat down and watched him. You got Greg Lewis, a former Philadelphia Eagle receiver. He's the receivers coach for the Kansas City Chiefs, if I'm not mistaken. Got Deuce Staley. Now, I ain't going to knock Deuce Staley because Deuce Staley was a nice little rotational running back for Philadelphia in his time. He's the running back coach for the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm trying to think of another.
Sam Madison, DB coach in Kansas City.
Sam Madison, but look, Sam Madison's a nice player, so I can't sit back.
Very nice player.
I can't disrespect Sam Madison, but what I'm trying to get at is, come on now, Kellen Moore as an offensive coordinator for the Dallas Cowboys. Like, I just don't see the transition where you play like trash as a player, and then somehow you are able to coach on a pro level.
Yeah,
I don't get that part.
To be honest with you, the best coaches be the trashiest players.
Yeah,
they got love for the game. They just don't have talent or athletic ability to cut it. I mean, it's
my theory. You know what my theory on that is? You got players like Ray Lewis, Deion Sanders, Michael Irving. They were so charismatic that these TV deal people are offering them money to be do what they're doing. Nobody's going to offer a Deuce Staley to talk, give analysis because nobody really cares what he has to say. You know what I'm saying?
Well, there have been some guys on a sports channel. Like, let's take what's that fullback that used to play for the Seahawks and the Niners, Michael. I don't want to say Michael.
Richardson.
Robinson. Michael Robinson.
Yeah.
Michael Robinson. He's up there.
There are a lot of former players on TV now.
Yeah, there's a Giants offensive lineman on there.
I know you're talking about. He's pretty. But he transitioned while he was still playing. Like, he did the little TV thing while he was still playing, and I think that's what it is. Is you just got to set up. You got to set up that assistant coach, that position coach job before you walk out the door. Mm-hmm. But, you
also gotta like it too, because
that's a hard job.
Yeah, I seem to notice like a lot of former players. Like, I was watching the I Am Athlete podcast. We was just talking about this, Havoc. Chad was like, he tried out coaching. He said he didn't like it.
I could have told you Chad Johnson was going to be a coach for a long time. You know what I'm saying?
So, like, you gotta think of that aspect of it, or maybe they just prefer to just coach at a high school level or Pee Wee football level too, as well, because they don't want to deal with the politics of the pro level too, as well. So, it's a lot of things that come into that come into play when it ends up happening like that. But I was thinking just now, just popped in my head. Byron Leftwich, the former Jacksonville Jaguars quarterback, he's the offensive coordinator for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So I'm thinking to myself, like, let's take Tom Brady, for example. Like, he's gonna be looking at him like who the hell are you? Do you sit back and tell me what plays you go sit back and run? Well, I used to whoop your ass on a regular basis.
Hey, I mean, who can't Tom Brady say that to?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, who can't Peyton Manning say that to? Dudes like that don't necessarily dudes in that level, they just need them to do their job and coach up the backups. Right? Like, that's their main job. Ain't your job is not to coach up Tom Brady. Your job is to coach up the the quarterback we got on the practice squad. Your job is to coach him up. It ain't to coach Tom Brady up. But look, man, if I done played all my life, all the bruises, all the aches, all the injuries, made a nice little coin, I ain't going back. I'll tell you that much. You ain't catching me back there.
I don't think I would want to have to deal with that either. Like if excuse me, if they offer me a nice little job in a TV studio to sit back and just talk about football and it's warm, I'm good.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, the coaching thing is really for guys. If you think about it, guys that maybe were in the league for a year or two, maybe they didn't get a ton of play, but they made a relationship or two in the NFL, and they're able to show something that would have a team, bring them on as a whatever, right? Just keep them in the building and just work it from there. But to answer the question of the pipeline, I don't think superstars are the way. I think it's guys we don't even know their names. Those are the dudes who really need to be in that pipeline. Dudes that got a name don't need a pipeline, in my opinion.
And as screwed up as this sounds, I think it's more desperate guys that end up getting those kind of jobs. Like, obviously, everybody has a dream of playing in the NFL, but once you get there and you realize that you're not as good as you thought you were, you still want to be around the game.
Yeah.
So
got love for the game.
Yeah, I gotta have love for the game.
You gotta have love. Go ahead. Shake.
The reason I said that is because think about this. I want you to think about this. A lot of, when players go to New England, they have a lot of respect for Bill Belichick because he's earned that respect. I could imagine if rookies coming up, are playing for someone like Ray Lewis, how much respect they would have for him, and how, you know what I mean. And you already know the guy. I don't think a head coach necessarily has to be good in the X's and O's, but it's just somebody to galvanize the players that he has, and who was better at that than Ray Lewis?
That's a good point. I read an article last week where they said the role of the modern NFL coach is really almost like a CEO type role. Like you are. It's not just about the X's and O's. If it's just about the X's and O's, you're a position coach. But it's about the bigger picture. For example, like the thing that happened last week with Brian Flores and the Cincinnati Bengals when homeboy took 2 cheap shots at Jakeem Grant. Brian Flores came across that field talking about, "Hey, I'll see you with the pads off." You know what I'm saying? Like that's how he approached him. Like, bro, I will see you with the pads off. It's not to say that that's something that you want to see every week, right? Then you become Rex Ryan. It just becomes a joke. But when you do it in the spots that you need to do it, that's when it's effective. So as much as I think to a certain extent, and even just going back to the pipeline thing, if people would have known about Brian Flores' intangibles, well, Bill Belichick knew because he kept promoting him. But if other teams knew about his intangibles that he brought to the table, he would have got hired to do something else by another team a long time ago. They kept him in-house. They knew how good he was. They made sure to keep him in-house and keep, word on him low. Now, when you holding the play call sheet next to Bill Belichick and you on the defensive side of the ball, the word is out. People know about you now. But yeah, man. I lost my train of thought.
It's all good because we got to go ahead and move on. Shake, did you want to go ahead and kick it off with these top 5s?
Yes, sure. First, let me make my mixed drink here. Put that here. All right. First, I got the ice. Coffee liqueur. Doesn't matter which one it is.
I think we're like behind a little bit.
I think it's just his video's a little choppy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can hear it pouring.
All right. This is unfortunately this has been discontinued. I've been hanging on this for a while. It's cookie dough pinnacle vodka.
Cookie
You could
dough
also
vodka.
You could also use this one that's with chocolate whip.
All this stuff I have never heard of.
Hey, making that dessert drink, you know?
Cookie dough vodka.
I've never heard of that either.
And
I
this
feel
is what
like drinks with dairy is just like not for me, man.
this.
You never had a mudslide?
Mm-mm.
Well, this is milk and cookies White Russian.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers. Yeah, man. That's exactly what that is. Looks good. So is that gonna be your number 5 drink? The one you're drinking right now?
Yeah, I would say that. Yeah, number 5.
Okay.
White Russian.
And now we're talking about adult beverages, right?
Correct.
Okay.
It could be a straight up drink or it could be mixed. It doesn't matter.
Okay. Woof. I mean, for me, number 5's gotta be old fashions. Loving old fashions. Old fashioned was probably the first drink I actually mixed drink that I actually got into. So I'm gonna have to go with old fashioned.
You know what? Probably the only tolerable beer I could probably drink is probably an Angry Orchard, so that's going to be my number 5.
Oh, the cider.
Yep.
Okay.
Crisp apple.
That thing is straight apple juice, bro. That's Mott's.
I got to.
All right.
My number 4 is Budweiser. That's
Okay.
like a good Budweiser.
Did whoever had the special guest in the background, did they want to go ahead and add them in here and speak their top 5? I heard somebody in the background. Was that you, Jake?
It's
yeah,
not me.
It's probably me. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, she's welcome to voice her opinion on her top 5 since we're a man
She only
short.
drinks beer, so it doesn't matter.
She can state her top 5 beers. I just found out beers is an actual word, so yeah, she can state her top 5 beers.
Beer. Wait. I'm not gonna get into a grammatical thing right now.
It is. I was suspicious about it too, Havoc, but beers is an actual word.
I will do my own research on that. So for my number 4, you know, I'm gonna go with something I can get at the store right now. Actually, have y'all tried the Twisted Tea?
In
It's
the
like-
can,
Yes.
I've never had the Twisted Tea, but I've smelled it before.
It's
What,
not
one
bad.
One fell
It's-
off or something?
It's not bad. It's like an Arnold Palmer type cold beverage. Not bad. I hate to put it number 4 because it's not really that good, but I'm at a loss, so I'll put it there.
I wish you would have made this the top 5 worst alcoholic beverages.
Oh, Four Loko, Four Loko, Four Loko,
Yeah.
Four Loko, Four
Yeah,
Loko.
you could put 4 Loco in there. You could put Milwaukee's Best.
Keystone.
Oh, Ice House.
Yep. What's it called? The Bud Light Chelada. I hate the way that stuff smells.
Still,
I don't like
still
any of those.
11.
I don't like any of those Bud drinks. The Bud Light Seltzer. Man, get that out of here, bro. Who's trying to drink Bud Light Seltzer?
Well, my number 4 is gonna be a ladies' drink. I'm gonna go ahead and go with the White Claw.
Okay. A lot of people are on the White Claw, bro.
Oh yeah, it's like what? Not even 2% alcohol.
Yeah, it's like an alcoholic beverage for someone who's not really trying to drink alcohol.
They're just trying to feel out the vibe, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, exactly. I may need to, I may need to keep my senses about me,
Yep.
but I want to stay social.
I'm
That's
the
what
D,
White Claw's for.
I'm the DD, so this is what I gotta drink.
Exactly. I'm a slow roll this White Claw.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
All right.
That's my number 4. Who's on? We on 3?
Yeah, it was on 3.
Okay.
My 5 was what was that number 4? Was what 5? Yeah, 4 was Budweiser. Number 3 was. Oh yeah, my number 3 is Hennessy.
I knew Hennessy was going to come up at some point.
Straight.
You were not going to get 3 brown people on screen without Hennessy at some point making an appearance. Yeah, man. I mean, for me in the number 3 position, I'm gonna have to go with sparkling rosé. Very good. Love sparkling rosé.
My number 3 is my go-to drink when I used to go out to the bar. That would be the Long Island iced tea.
That's a good one. I love Long Island iced tea.
That's when it was hunting season out there, boy. just
man, straggler season.
Started off with a Long Island iced tea to give you tingly for a minute, but that second one, after you take that second one, that's when it started to creep up on you, boy.
Actually, my favorite my favorite Hawaiian is the Hawaiian blue iced tea, Long Island iced tea. Have you ever had that?
I've
Never
heard that.
even heard of that.
Yeah, man. That's a good. It's a popular Miami drink. That's probably why.
Okay. Well, I guess what we on number
3.
3. Number 3 position, I'm going to go with the caipirinha. One of the greatest drinks to ever come out of Brazil. Very similar to a mojito, except it uses a different rum, but it's very similar. It's from Brazil, called a caipirinha.
Nice. All right.
I'm on my number 2. Man, what's my number 2? Should I go with the Grey Goose or should I go with the Ciroc?
You filming a rap video? Just pick one.
Like if you like that, I'm not even gonna lie. That Grey Goose, when I had it that one time, it was just so
smooth, right?
Yeah, boy.
You want to talk about smooth? Get you a little Kettle One.
Oh, you know what? It's going with the Grey Goose.
Okay.
I had one a couple years ago at a Thanksgiving event.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that bug hit me good. It was just one little shot. It hit me.
Okay. That's what's up.
My number 2 is Seagram's gin with a lime twist and pineapple juice.
That just sounds like the largest possible headache you could ask for the next day. All right. Well, I guess I think about the number 2 spot. You know, the number 2 spot for me, man, because it's really a matter of what my number 1 is. But in the number 1-2 spot for me, I'm gonna have to go with mojitos. Love mojitos. Grew up in South Florida. You know the vibes. Mojitos in the number 2 spot.
Number 1.
Look at that.
My number 1's gonna go ahead and go with the popular Fireball whiskey. There was this one bar that I used to go to on the regular. They used to offer up free shots of Fireball whiskey. If it's free, you can't say no.
That's true. That's how they get people to drink Jaeger.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things, one of my favorite drinks to make, actually, I use cinnamon jack. I don't like Fireball. I like the cinnamon jack Daniels.
Mm-hmm.
And I mix that with old smoky apple pie moonshine. That is a cinnamon apple pie. You only drink that during the cold days because you will sweat your ass off if you drink that.
Okay.
I always wanted to try moonshine.
Moonshine's great.
You know number 2, Havoc?
Yeah,
My number 1 is Pina Coladas.
that's
I
fair.
love.
You seem
pina
like
coladas.
you're big on having dairied alcoholic.
You want dairy and citrus in your alcohol.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, pina colada doesn't have dairy; it has coconut milk. But still,
Yeah.
I get your point. I mean,
Actually,
I'm
the
gonna have to
original
go.
Pina. I'm sorry. The original Pina Colada was a milkshake. Then somebody
That is
put
true.
liquor in it.
That is true. I think, like, the iteration of the pina colada that we know now is with coconut milk, though, from my understanding.
Mm-hmm.
And the number 1 slot, man, the king of all mixed alcohol drinks, the margarita.
Yeah.
Easy.
Margarita.
Never had one.
What kind of tequila do you use?
Never had. I mean, bro, honestly, I'm not a tequila snob. Like, I don't drink it. I don't drink tequila straight. Now, if the margarita has tequila and triple sec, then I know I'm dealing with something real.
He messed
But
with
I
the,
mean,
he messed with the Tito's.
yeah, no, I don't mess with Tito's. Tito's is vodka. I mean Cuervo, right? Cuervo's fine with me.
Yeah. I love some Don Julio.
Don Julio's good. Don Julio's good. Man, when I was working at this place in the city, we used to use this one called Casamigos. That's really good.
Oh yeah. That was by that whatchamacallit, what's his name? Who's the guy that did Dust Till Dawn?
Oh, George Clooney?
That was his tequila, and he sold it for $500 million.
It's good. I co-signed that sale.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of which, Hugh Jackson is promoting his own tequila as well.
Hugh the
What is
coach?
it, 0-16?
That Hugh Jackson.
Yeah. Does it taste like a win?
It's
Oh man. Maybe Hugh Jackson and Adam Gase can come together and make a tequila called Winless.
it's a organic tequila too. It's called Grand Laneta.
Man, I ain't drinking no Hugh Jackson tequila.
Come on now, you gotta support your ethnic businesses or endeavors.
What does Hugh Jackson know about tequila?
Hey, you don't knock it till you try. You might like it.
Mm.
I hope it's still around for me to try it. I'll say it like that.
Yeah, you might like it.
Hugh Jackson is getting into tequila.
Yeah.
Why not?
I'm about to pull up a picture of it right now.
Why not?
About to pull it up right now.
Hey, as a matter of fact, I'm reading now that Kalen Balaj came out with a tequila. It's called 1.8.
He said it's called 1.8.
1.8.
That's how many yards he averaged last year.
Man.
There you go. I'm about to pull it up.
Grand Leyenda.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
I don't
All right.
see it. Where is it?
Hold on, I'm pulling it up. I gotta deal with all these pop-ups.
What an interesting career pivot Hugh Jackson has made.
There you
He
go.
went from being a not so great head coach to a tequila distributor.
I feel like it was the situation he was in, to be honest.
You could say that about every single coach that has ever coached for the Cleveland Browns.
He was a good offensive coordinator, though.
He was.
Yeah, he was excellent offensive coordinator. There you go, right there.
Okay.
That's the bottle.
I'm gonna need to see the reviews. I'm gonna need to see the grading on that.
There you go. That's it. Got a nice, pretty bottle though. Look at that mug. It's gold on that top. See, anything with gold on it, it's appealing to me.
I hear you. It's interesting. I'll be interested to see if where you could actually get it. You can probably get it in New York.
Shoot, I think this might be something that you might have to order to your local store.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to look it up when I get back to work and see
Well,
if we have it in stock.
That's what's
in,
up.
in Florida, you have to have a distributor. If it doesn't have a distributor, you can't buy. None of the stores to buy it.
Yeah, same thing up here and up north. You gotta, be part of a distributor to get it.
Mm.
But hey, shout out to Hugh Jackson for
Mm.
for making a great pivot in a time where people can't stop drinking. Quite frankly.
Hey,
Sure
they
that-
said the alcohol sales are up right now, so
Bro,
it's perfect.
I was writing a report the other day, and the first two things that sold out for the pandemic were toilet paper and alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
So, priorities, right?
Dude, I am not exaggerating when I say this. I work for a liquor store. I'm not gonna say which one, but there was talks of a shutdown in Florida, and well, there wasn't a shutdown in my opinion. But anyway, that Thursday, this guy came in and literally went to the Tito's display that we have and took 2 cases of it and then bought 2 cases, and I forgot how much other stuff he bought with it. I'm like, wow, you're really in for the long haul, aren't you?
He ain't
Yeah,
trying
no.
to leave, man. He ain't trying to leave.
No. He's jumping in the bunker. He's locking it up and throwing away the key.
Yeah, exactly. He's just gonna go chill out in the foxhole until everything blows over, and then he'll be right back out to go buy some more.
Yeah, he's gonna live out that real life fallout.
Uh-huh. But let's go ahead and get into this NFL playoff picture real fast because we're coming down to it like the last 4 games of the season. Oh, we lost Havoc.
Damn.
There he is. Okay, there he is. Yeah, it was a little quiet in here, but yeah, we're coming down to the last couple of games of the season where proper seeding is key here. Also, on top of that, you have that extra that 7th seed for each conference, where there's only going to be one team that has going to have the first round bye, and everybody else dukes it out. But the 2 teams currently sitting in that number 1 seed right now are the 11-1 Pittsburgh Steelers for the AFC and the New Orleans Saints that are 10-2 in the NFC.
Yeah.
Now, 2 for the AFC is the Kansas City Chiefs sitting at 11-1. The 3 seed is the Buffalo Bills sitting at 9-3. The 4th seed is the Tennessee Titans sitting at 8-4. The 7th seed, excuse me, where am I at? The 5th seed, the Cleveland Browns are sitting at 9-3. And the Miami Dolphins are sitting at 8-4 with the 6th seed, and the Indianapolis Colts sitting in the 7th seed at 8-4. Now, me personally, I don't think the seedings for the AFC is going to move unless everybody just has everybody from 5 to 7 is just going to end up having a collapse. It's just a collapse because the next teams up as far as in the hunt are the Las Vegas Raiders sitting at 75, the Baltimore Ravens sitting at 75, and the New England Patriots sitting at 6-7. But I think at this point it's a little bit of a stretch.
Yeah. I mean,
And I'm disappointed that your boy ain't here because being that they had a huge win over the Patriots, you would think he'd be here gloating, but
Yeah, I was looking forward to that. I was going to go ahead and let him have his moment because I know you guys didn't respond, but y'all was seeing him constantly kept on gloating about how good his Los Angeles Rams. But granted, they
I responded though.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I was saying he was talking about Cam. He shut down Cam. I said Cam ain't Tua.
out here gloating because you shut down old Scam Newton. Get out of here with that nonsense.
I ain't gonna lie, the Los Angeles Rams did put a hell of a performance out as far as defensively. I'm not gonna lie about that. They did a fairly decent job. But
Hey, Cam Newton's been making opposing secondaries look good all season long.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But the number 2 seed for the NFC, Green Bay Packers sitting at 93. 3 seed is the Los Angeles Rams sitting at 94. The New York Giants
That's a disgrace.
are
That is an absolute disgrace.
the 4th seed sitting at 5 and 7. The 7th seed, magically the Minnesota Vikings. The 6th seed is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers sitting at 7 and 5. Now I just said that all backwards, but F it. The 5th seed is the Seattle Seahawks sitting at 8 and 4.
Yo, the NFC looks weak, bro. I ain't going front.
Yeah, they are very, very weak. Let me go ahead and scroll down real fast. Once you get past, like, the Arizona Cardinals are the ones that, looking at it right now, are the ones that really deserve to have that seed right now, sitting at 6 and 6, which really for the NFC East, somebody has to win it.
Mm-hmm.
But outside of the Arizona Cardinals, really everybody is sub 500 in the NFL right now. So definitely the competitive conference right now is the AFC, because you have multiple teams that are well over 500.
You could very well see 2 teams with losing records make the playoffs in the NFC.
Yep.
Like, that's a disgrace. Anytime I see a team with a losing record in the playoffs, something's wrong with the system. Something's wrong with the system. Like, why not just do straight one through 7 seeding? Best records get home field, because just the idea, like, everybody knows the Giants are not a playoff team. Like, it's basically a bye. I'm not saying it's a bye week, but it's in effect a bye week for whoever they play week 1, which is whoever the number 2 seed would be. So they need to do just straight seeding, because the idea of just and not just a team with a losing record making the playoffs, a team with a losing record in the number 4 spot in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's what really bothers me. But otherwise, I mean, I think, the AFC is going to repeat as champions of the NFL this year. If it's not, I said in the beginning of the season, I think the Kansas City Chiefs are going to repeat. But if it's not them, the Steelers are right there too. So
I don't know. I really think the Steelers are going to end up getting knocked off.
the Steelers seem. I just don't have all the faith in the world in the Steelers. And I know they got a good record. They got a great coach, but I personally don't see anyone taking down Kansas City when it comes to the playoffs. But we'll see. The COVID season, you never know. You never know in the COVID season.
That's true. That is true. I was gonna say, let's go ahead and go through these week 14 picks.
How about those Dolphins, though?
Hey, but let me tell you this. I see a prediction that I could see happening in my head here. There's a couple of coaching vacancies available, and I could see that Patrick Graham might. I'm hoping that Patrick Graham might get one for the reason that he saw 2 rookie head coaches, wing it, for the first year. I'm sure he's gotten a lot of knowledge because he's technically the assistant head coach.
Mm-hmm.
And I could see if he does get a head coaching job somewhere, I could see Patrick Graham, not Patrick Graham, the fat guy that looks like Bluto from the Patriots, and then went to Detroit. Matt Patricia becoming their defensive coordinator.
I don't think Matt Patricia is going to be looking for a head coaching job anytime soon.
No, I don't think so either.
Also, something that just came to my attention, Shake, the Durham Smythe receiving yards tracker. Mm-hmm. Currently, he has 120 yards. He is 380 yards short.
Okay, so he won't get 500 yards.
How about the fact that the Miami Dolphins are going to be going into the next game with approximately no one at running back? Like, everybody is either injured or on the COVID list, bro. Elijah McGuire is going to be starting for the Dolphins against the Kansas City Chiefs.
Lynn Bowden Jr. too.
You should have thought about that before you cut Jordan Howard.
I said we need a running back, bro. Running back.
Hey, like I did, like you just hired a bum off the street. I don't even know who this McGuire guy is, to be honest with you.
If he can give us more than 1.6 yards per carry, I'll take it.
Oh, okay. But this is what it came down to. Us just getting bums off the street. When we had a proven running back in our locker room.
What did he prove?
We cut him. I'm just saying we cut him.
A yard per carry.
We cut him.
Man, he proved he's washed, bro. Washed.
With the dishes.
All right, let's go ahead and go over these this NFL Week 14 picks. We're gonna have to speed through these a little. First game is speed round. Tennessee Titans at the Jacksonville Jaguars.
It's Tennessee. Even though they stumbling a little bit, but I still go Tennessee.
Definitely, you got to go with Tennessee. Shake.
My upset special.
Jags.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's a division game.
Hey, I feel like the Titans are going to have a bounce back week this week. Didn't they lose to the Browns last week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is their bounce back week. I like the Titans. They're not going to play that nonsense again. Minnesota Vikings at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This is going to be a good game.
I'll give it to Tampa since they're at home.
Me too. And they had the bye week too, so I think I'm hoping that Tom Brady and they figure this out.
You say you're hoping that they figure it out? I hope that they don't, because all the disrespect about Jameis Winston was ridiculous. So I'm hoping they don't. So I'm going with Minnesota.
Jameis, you're gonna want to smoke a Winston after the game.
Yeah, man.
Because he'll stress you out. But go ahead.
So Havoc, you with Tampa?
Yeah, I mean Tampa. I'll go Tampa at home.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Kansas City Chiefs at the Miami Dolphins. I'm pretty sure we all know who we want to win, but just a quick little thought.
Miami.
Yeah.
Close game, like Havoc says.
It's man, we already, the Dolphins are already having problems running the ball, and apparently the starting running back for the Miami Dolphins is going to be my neighbor.
Hey,
so,
we wanted DeAndre Washington. DeAndre Washington had his opportunity.
DeAndre Washington can't play because he's on the COVID list.
Oh, he's on the COVID list too?
I just told you. Everybody's on the COVID list.
Myles Gaskin and Savon Ahmed, but you telling me he on the COVID list too?
Everybody is gone.
Even the guy we got from Oakland?
That's DeAndre Washington, yeah.
No, we got him from the Chiefs.
Who, Bowden?
Yeah, Lynn Bowden.
Bowden's a wide receiver, bro.
Yeah,
he
but
used to play running back
too.
Well, he's going to get some carries this week. Yeah, no, I'm going Kansas City. Although I want the Dolphins to win, but hey.
Live with the Dolphins, die with the Dolphins. I don't care. I go Dolphins.
Yeah, I'm riding with them. I'm hoping for them. But we'll see.
All right.
Oh, wait, no. Actually, DeAndre Washington is going to be playing in the game.
Okay. So, yeah, got him for we gave him a third for him.
We'll get to see what DeAndre Washington can give us.
He's been looking for an opportunity.
You got it.
Let's see what DeAndre Washington can do.
Let's see what DeAndre Washington, Patrick Laird, and Elijah McGuire can give us.
I'm done with Patrick Laird. I don't need to see anything else from Patrick Laird.
Yeah, you shouldn't have fumbled, homie.
Well, that's a dead issue. Denver Broncos at the Carolina Panthers.
I'll give it to Carolina.
Yeah.
I like Carolina. Carolina. I'll give it to Carolina.
I'm going to say Broncos.
Yeah, okay. The Drew Lock's time is up.
Yeah, you better see if you can unlock that lease in that apartment.
Yep.
Because I don't know if you're the guy.
He ain't the guy. Well, I already know that. The Houston Texans at the Chicago Bears.
Mm.
I'm hoping for the Bears.
I'm rooting for the Bears too.
Bears and Mitch Trubisky.
Yeah, I'm going Houston.
Oh, excuse me. The Arizona Cardinals at the New York Giants.
Oh man. I mean, the Giants are playing better,
Mm-hmm.
and I think what's happening now is, I think Kyler Murray is starting to understand that y'all can't run that Texas Tech offense and hope to win. Y'all can't run that Texas Tech offense, run the ball 8 times a game and hope and continue to win this league. So I'm gonna go with the Giants.
That's true. I'm going with the Giants too as well. Shake?
Yeah, make that Giants for me too.
All right. The Dallas Cowboys at the Cincinnati Bengals.
Wow. I mean, Cowboys. The Bengals are terrible. The Bengals are terrible.
I think I'm going with the Bengals.
They a bunch of cheaters too.
You know what? But they're still competitive. They may cheat, and their record doesn't exactly tell the whole story about the Bengals. But they are very, very competitive.
They
football
are
team.
competitive. They are very competitive. Yes.
Hey, that's nothing new about Cincinnati. Cincinnati has always been known for being a
little chippy.
a little bit of a chippy team. So that like nobody should be surprised about Cincinnati and how they play.
That's their culture.
I like it. But Cincinnati.
I'm going with Dallas because I think Dalton's going to stick it to.
Oh yeah, I'm switching my pick. I forgot all about that. Dallas 40-0. Dallas 40-0, and it is the Andy Dalton could give Mike Brown the finger.
That Red Rockets.
Indianapolis Colts at the Las Vegas Raiders.
I'll take the Raiders. I'll take the Raiders in that one.
I like the Colts.
Colts. Jets at Seahawks.
Come on.
I'm taking
the team that's not the Jets.
Jets. I'm taking the Jets.
To do what?
They're winning this game.
To have more points than the other team?
Yes. The Seahawks, they coming off of a loss against the New York Giants. Now, I'm not taking anything away from the Giants, but the Jets have been extremely competitive over the past couple of weeks. Got a new defensive coordinator in there that won't call bonehead plays. Jets.
So you're talking about a team where the offensive mastermind of a head coach is no longer calling plays, and the defensive coordinator is no longer there.
Yeah,
I'm gonna take the Seahawks.
In my opinion, the Jets' defense was playing a lot harder for Greg Williams than the offense was playing for Adam Gase. You could see that on the field. You're
a hater. Who you go with? Are you going with the Seahawks hate?
You know I
am. All right. The Green Bay Packers at the Detroit Lions.
I'll take Packers all day.
Packers all day.
Mm-hmm.
Shake
be forgetting he's on the show sometimes.
Packers.
Hey, it's that drink settling in. The Falcons and the Los Angeles Chargers. I'm going Chargers. This is a tough one, but I'm going with the Chargers.
Yeah. I'll go with the Falcons.
Falcons.
All right, the Washington football team at the San Francisco 49ers.
I'll take Washington.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll take Washington.
Niners.
Okay.
But the horse with no name, the team with no name.
Yeah, right.
The New Orleans Saints at the Philadelphia Eagles. Did they say that Jalen Hurts is going to be the starter, or is that?
Yeah, Jalen Hurts is the starter.
Okay.
All right, so you can penciled in 2 to 3 interceptions for Jalen Hurts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, that's gonna be an easy one for New Orleans.
Yep, I don't want to hear no Philadelphia Eagles fans say anything after this game. You got what you wanted.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So I'm going Saints too. Pittsburgh Steelers at the Buffalo Bills. Another good game. I'm going to watch this game because I want Pittsburgh to win because I prefer the Dolphins that win the division than have that wild card spot, obviously.
Yeah, I'll take the Steelers.
I have to take Buffalo on this one. Sorry, but even though I'm rooting for the Steelers, I'm hoping Steelers win, but they just need another kick in the ass to wake up.
I think they're good. Pittsburgh will take care of business. The Monday Night Football game, the Baltimore Ravens at the Cleveland Browns. And I will say this. This is the do or die for the Baltimore Ravens at this point, the outside looking in.
You can say the same thing about Cleveland too.
Nah, Cleveland's sitting at 9-3, and they're sitting at the 5th seed. So if they do end up losing, they'll just drop a seed. If the Dolphins can pull out the win against the Kansas City Chiefs, because the Dolphins are sitting at 8-4.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, there's still a target on the back of Baker Mayfield. They still wait for him to come through in them decisive moments. He had a good game last game, though, a really good game. I'm gonna take the Browns. I'll take the Browns.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take the Browns.
I want that team that comes from what was that? Where's Bone Thugs and Harmony's from?
Mm-hmm.
Cleveland.
I'm going Cleveland because I just don't like Baltimore.
Yeah. Yeah.
Two of us.
Yeah.
What's your beef with Baltimore, Shake?
Huh?
What's your beef with Baltimore?
I think their head coach is a douchebag.
I never heard that before.
I mean, he's a Super Bowl winning douchebag.
Yeah, Super Bowl winning douchebag.
Him and his brother.
He's gonna be a Hall of Fame coach. You should not disrespect him like that.
I didn't say he sucked. I just said he was a douchebag.
I think he'll get in before Mike Tomlin too.
Adam Gase sucks. He's a douchebag.
I mean, maybe.
Come on now, Javi. Got to think about it.
Looking at the ways of the world, yeah, likely. But I mean, Mike Tomlin's resume speaks for itself.
You know what? We're gonna go ahead and just save that topic for a different pod because I feel like 2 minutes is not enough time for us to have this discussion.
We've been arguing for the past 6 weeks.
Yes, we have. Final thoughts before we close it out.
All right. Now, before let me do that, let me get into the verses. So you know how you did the communities last week.
Yeah.
Great one. This week we're gonna do Nintendo versus Sega, and I'm talking about the whole shooting match. I'm talking about Nintendo versus the regular Sega, Super Nintendo versus Genesis, 64 versus Saturn, whatever you want to call it, Dreamcast. The whole the Mario versus Sonic, everything.
Man, I'm on Team Sega. I'll tell you that right now. I'm on Team Sega.
I grew up playing Sega. I'm on Team Sega too.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll let the community decide, and whichever one wins, we're gonna do the top 5 of the winner next week.
Fair enough.
Okay. I mean, I'll just say, as always, it's appreciated. Appreciate all the support. What's going on for the cooking videos over at No Passes Given? We're gonna keep that ball rolling. As always, appreciate the opportunity to come on and say what I got to say.
My man. Just to reiterate that, No Passes Given. The link is in the description for that. Be sure to check out that. Damn, can't speak. Be sure to check out No Passes Given. Havoc provides us with some excellent content. Also wanted to go ahead and appreciate everybody that came to check out the podcast this evening. Everybody that subscribed to the channel from Wednesday to now, considering the fact we had 7 subscribers over the last couple of days. So just continue to support the channel, hit that like button, subscribe button, share, of course. But outside of that, this is enough for debate, man. We about it.
Peace out, baby.